Blake Williamson, how you doing?
Good, I'm doing good.
So we're here at the Meridian Restaurant, and you are going to be helping individuals save their stories with Voices Live On. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I'd like to do that, yeah.
Yeah. So your background is that you were with Ball State, with the newspaper, and also the TV station?
Yes, the newspaper, the TV station, the radio station. I helped out, worked on all of those. I really like the radio and newspaper the most. I wrote all kinds of articles for the Ball State Daily News on a variety of things, pop culture stuff. And then I worked for the Indiana News Link too, covering stories more local to Muncie.
Okay.
And working with different agencies in Muncie.
And you're now working with Channel 8?
Yes, Wish TV.
Wish TV?
Yep.
And you're going to be basically helping man the control room for everything that's being shot within, when they're doing the news, you're going to be in the board.
Yes.
Where you're handling the board and all that.
Right, yes. So when you're watching the live news on Wish, the 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, or 11 o'clock news, I'll be in a little closet in the back room, manning the boards, making sure everything's running smooth.
Okay, so obviously our focus is individuals about their lives, doing their life stories, interviewing family members about their favorite memories of the seniors, and then also doing business histories. So you've been able to kind of touch on the business aspect from working with the paper and going out into Muncie and interviewing different businesses about their things. But what do you think the value is for interviewing seniors about their lives, for their family, or even families about their memories of the seniors so they can enjoy it today or honor someone who's even already passed away?
Right. The word you just used, honor, is what I think about. It's great to be able to honor these people that don't usually get forgotten about. People don't think to ask their grandmother about these stories and stuff. And I know, at least for me, I sometimes take my Nana and Papaw and my grandma on my dad's side for granted. And who knows how much time is for any of us. And it's just really important to capture those stories. And I would love to have stories of my Nana and Papaw or my grandmother. I don't know. I'd love to have those stories. It's so important. It's what you're doing is super valuable. It would mean it's priceless, really.
So that's usually when we interview somebody about their lives, we cover different topics, or kind of chronological from birth, and then also about their memories of their grandparents and their parents. So you kind of get the backstory, but then also their memories of their lives, and kind of walking them through their early memories to grade school and high school and college and maybe military, and then about essentially, how they might have met their spouse and their careers and life with their kids and grandkids, and then, final messages they want to send out to the people in their family. And through that process, do you see how that would really take the family members kind of on a story voyage that they all can reminisce as well and want to add to the bucket?
Right. Yeah, I totally can see that, and just see the importance of that and why people would want to do that. And it's a really important thing. Just unlocking things. Kids probably find out stories that they didn't even know about, and it adds another layer to their relationship. And it's just really cool. You're able to see people in different lights, and I don't know, just hear maybe even news stories about your mom and laugh about it and hear things you never knew happened. And stuff.
Well, see, that's kind of a good point, is because everybody in the family has encountered their parents or grandparents at different ages. So everybody has different perspectives depending on what age they were and what age the parents were. Somebody might have 10 kids in the family. Well, the first kid remembers the parents when they were in their 20s.
Right.
And the last kid remembers them when they're in their 50s or whatever. So even what they did and how they interacted, changes for all of those different eras, essentially. Right. So we create a page that links, it's an online private page that links all of the interviews together. We call it their library of life. So people can end up essentially in the family all accessing that page, listening, watching all the segments, and then downloading all of them to their own computers, tablets or phones or any of the segments, so they can keep them forever. So essentially, it's a hub of knowledge from everybody's perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that is a new way and a new value to be able to hold all the knowledge together? What do you think about that concept for the page?
Yeah, I think it's really smart and really efficient. Like you were saying, like doing the websites, like I've done web design stuff before, and it's so tedious and so hard, and that comes out not looking sometimes like professionally made. And just the idea of a Google Doc and having like one central location where everyone can share and post stuff and it's private. And yeah, that sounds great. Like it's a really great, I got a lot of experience using Google Docs and stuff, and it's like standard in college and stuff, like for collaborations and stuff. Like it's really great. I don't think there's probably a better way you could do it. Like,
and they can have their own, like smithfamilystories.com pointed at the page, so then they can text that to their whole family,
right.
And everybody can access it. So
it's just super accessible and like seamless.
So let's say you had the opportunity to interview a veteran about their lives, or interview a business person about their lives, or interview somebody that's started a nonprofit, or somebody that's helps the elderly. Like, where would be some areas of types of people or interviews that you would really love to gravitate to?
I do love stories of older people. When I was a little kid, I always loved listening to my grandpa and like telling old stories and shooting the shit, and just like, I don't know, I loved always hearing those old stories. And I would definitely gravitate towards like veteran stories. I love like war history, and hearing those stories are really, really powerful, because those people are like really heroes and did like stuff that we probably can't even dream of, like with how things are today. Yeah, I love business owners. Like that would be really cool. Like hearing how they started, why they started a business, like what got them into that field. I always wonder, like the record store in Fountain Square, like who is the guy that was like, I'm just going to start a record store right here. Stuff like that's really cool to me, and why, and the decisions that made them in their life to get to where they're owning a record store, stuff like that. I'm really intrigued with. I think it's really cool.
Well, Blake, I think it's cool that you dedicated yourself in college to the world of journalism and storytelling and being able to help. And now that you're working for Wish TV, you're going to get a lot of different contacts and situations from there. But you go in later in the afternoon with them, only 5 days a week. So you're essentially available in the mornings and early afternoon. Then also Monday and Tuesday is another time you'd be available to co-interview. Essentially start out.
Yeah, that'll be my most available days. Mondays and Tuesdays, and 2:45 is my start time. I wish. So yeah, I could even help out a little bit before.
Right.
Yeah.
And we also can do this remote video call with people around the country. So that's a unique way to approach it, or over the phone. So anyway, I appreciate your time. I look forward to you being able to help us out and be able to help save some stories for some good people.
Yes, yeah, I look forward to that too. It's super important what you're doing, Sean. I really like it, and I'm grateful for any little opportunity I could get.
Well, here at the Meridian, we're going to be saving stories up here in the Fireplace Lodge room, but there's also a lot of other areas around town that we do it, and we could do it remote. So I look forward to you being a part of it. And Blake, I appreciate your time today and your want and need to be able to help and save the stories of the people.
Yes. Thank you. I appreciate you too. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.